Hey team, I just wanted to do a general kind of overview of what it looks like when we're inspecting a furnace. So our routine for inspecting the furnace, first thing we're going to do is get a photo. We want to make sure that we get a photo of the exterior of the furnace, just showing what the whole unit looks like. Next thing we're kind of looking at, and I'm going to say first thing, we don't necessarily have to follow this order, but this is things we're looking at. I like to work from the outside in and see what I can see on the outside first. I'm looking at this is a natural gas furnace. So we've got a drip leg there on the gas supply line. You got a gas shutoff valve. This is a service shutoff switch. Just kind of looking at the components there. Looking for anything crazy on the outside. And then I'm looking at the service dates. This one was serviced 10/6/20. And I'm assuming 20 means 2020. There's some of the older service records. So looks like an older furnace. Next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and open up, take off the covers. Sometimes we'll come to a furnace and there will be like 16 or 20 or a bunch of screws on the outside, and it's in a sealed chamber, and it's got like a gasket on it, and we don't open those up. The one we'll open up most of them if it's 2 or 4 screws. We'll open them up and see how things are going. It looks like the burners are just about to kick on here, so I'm just gonna see if it kicks on. So we've got the burner chamber in here. We'll usually take a look at all the flames and see if there's anything that looks weird with the flames. They should be a nice continuous blue color. I heard the fan kick on, so I was thinking the flame was going to kick on here in a second. And there's the glow plug. This is kind of a good example of what it looks like. So the glow plug's heating up. Here comes the flames. Everything's fired up. It's like a pretty good continuous blue flame. We don't get too involved with these heat exchangers or anything like that. We basically want to know if it works, how old it is, when it was serviced last, and then we're listening to see if it makes any weird noises or anything like that. One of the main reasons we open up the covers and look inside the furnace is 9 times out of 10 the model and serial number is going to be on the data label in here. So right up there on this model, got the model and serial number there on those the second and fourth lines down. So when I know the brand and I know the serial number, we could use our reference tool, or we can search and find the actual age of the furnace. The main brand I'm aware of that doesn't have the age determinable by the serial number is the Thermopride or Thermodyne ones. They're older oil furnaces. So the other thing I'm going to do when I have this open is to take off the lower cover. You can see the flames shut off when I took this cover off, and that's because it's got this safety disconnect switch, so it's supposed to help shut it off when people are in here working on it. Lots of times we'll see those taped. They're not really supposed to be taped, so this one's all working well. And then down here we've got the air filter in the bottom. So we're always looking to see where the air filter is. Half the time it's going to be on the actual air handler unit. Sometimes there will be a little door in the bottom or in the side somewhere, or somewhere up in the return. Actually, the return on this one's on the bottom, so it's filtering the air before it comes in, gets heated up, and then redistributed through the ducting. So we're going to note where the air filter is. We're going to put the disposable or cleanable air filter comment in with a picture of it, and then I'm going to put this all back together, and that's kind of the highlights of looking at a natural gas furnace. Thanks for tuning in, guys.